Hello everyone. Nightmare of Sovereignty has been around for quite a few years. Nightmare of Sovereignty was first founded back in 2009. So, yeah, we're looking at 12 years. For just a little bit more than the first 2 years, Nightmare of Sovereignty was 4 members, and we used to play live music back in those days. Then 2 members left, and it was me and another gentleman having to pick up the pieces and figure out how to continue making music with half the band. For 6 years, I and the other member of Nightmare of Sovereignty was able to continue releasing music, releasing album after album, though we were unable to really play live music much. Though it did happen on rare occasions, just as a 2-piece. Eventually, the other member of Nightmare of Sovereignty lost interest and decided to go his own way as well. And at that point, the band split in half once more, leaving only 1 member. After finding myself alone, I could have given up, but I had much music still written, and a will and a desire for it to all be released. So I didn't give up. I told people that I would release 8 albums. I'm not a liar. In 2019, I released my first solo album for Nightmare of Sovereignty. And that album actually did better than any other album before or since. Then on December 21st of 2020, I released a 7th album, the second solo album for Nightmare of Sovereignty. It was released on the winter solstice, the darkest and shortest day of the year. This year, 2021, I will release the 8th and final Nightmare of Sovereignty album on June 21st, the summer solstice, the longest day and brightest day of the year. The 7th album was by far the heaviest Nightmare of Sovereignty album. But this 8th one, the one soon to be released, will be the lightest Nightmare of Sovereignty album. It will still have the hallmark Nightmare of Sovereignty sound. Dinocore. The album is another piece of art with many different tones and emotional expressions through music, going their own different ways in different musical genres, depending on what song you're listening to or which part of the song you're listening to. The album will have 10 tracks, but 4 of them are instrumental. The name of the 8th album is Tranquil Pandemonium. And I will now show you what the cover art will look like. See you in June.